Good afternoon there. My name's James Edgar Johnson, but some of the other lads call me Johnnie Johnson. I was born in 1915. I trained when I was in university in 1937. I trained piloting planes, but I put all that knowledge to waste when the Auxiliary Air Force sacked me. Lucky me, as I got my job back as a civil engineer. As the war broke out, I got another chance. I trained hard in Cheshire as I was a pilot in those spiffing Spitfires. That plane of mine had a 27-litre V12 Rolls-Royce Merlin engine. You can see how the chambers are arranged 6 down each side. That's why it's called a V12. That engine produced over 2,000 horsepower to make that propeller spin round. The Merlin made probably the best sound on earth. Listen to the Spitfire as it takes off. It was such a good engine, it was also used for the Mosquito, which was a plane made out of wood, and the Lancaster bomber, the greatest bomber of World War II. The Hawker Hurricane and the Spitfire together were the most agile fighters, and the Armstrong Whiteley was a great night bomber. Rolls-Royce got bombed in 1942 because the Germans wanted to destroy all those plane engines. The Rolls-Royce factory was in Derby at that time, but it's now a heritage centre. There was only one problem with the Spitfire, and that is that it couldn't fire sideways. So the enemy could attack from the side. Its forward firing skills were the best around though, with its 8 Browning machine guns and with 350 rounds per gun. That meant you had 2,800 chances of shooting down an enemy plane. Here I am with my Spitfire. Its wingspan of only 11 metres made it an agile plane. This made it great for getting away quickly and sneaking up on the enemy. Over 1,500 of my kind were made. There was the Battle of Britain as well, that started on the memorable 10th of July 1940. And those Germans had to get over that force field like Channel. So they decided to control that air force of ours, so they could get all their tank-filled ships to the south coast. They also attacked radar stations and ports. They ambushed us with dive bombers called Junkers. Good thing is they were no match for my good old Spitfire. So eventually those Germans went to Plan B, which was to begin raids on ground or air on the southeast of England. But then the factories couldn't keep up with the loss of aircrafts and maintenance supplies, even though our Spitfires could take off from fields. Soon those Germans began night raids, but sometimes they bombed our houses by mistake. But of course we fought back and caused a lot of damage on Berlin. After this, Hitler got so angry he changed his plan and started attacking the cities and factories. Because of this plan, we were able to rebuild our airfields. We then broke up bombers before they could reach us. My plane came up for a surprise on those Germans. This was then called the Blitz. They inflicted terrible damage on our cities. We built night bombers after that encounter. The Spitfires patrolled the skies and the battle ended on the 31st of October 1940. The best part of the war is that I only got hit once, but shot down 38 other enemy planes.
Those who can fight will fight. And alongside us are men from the ends of the earth, from our great dominions, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. In the now famous words of our undaunted Prime Minister, we shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall go on fighting, breaking their black hearts, until whole nations now imprisoned can come out into the sunlight again, and once more all good men everywhere are free.